When the Sweet Girl trailer first dropped, fans likened it to the popular video game The Last of Us, and in a way, that was true. But instead of zombies, there were heartless and corrupt pharmaceutical executives, lobbyists, and politicians. But then there was that twist, which gave new meaning to any The Last of Us comparisons. A lot of scenes take on new meaning in a rewatch. Here are the 16 that I enjoyed the most. Number 1. First and foremost, the father's name is Ray, and the daughter is Rachel, or Ray. So Ray and Ray. There's that. Number 2. The voiceover to the second scene of the movie had 2 interesting lines.
But sometimes I wonder, are these my memories? Are they hers? Parents and their children. Where do we stop when they begin?
Number 3. The news. Here is the first sign of the split personality.
Again?
I wasn't watching it, you were.
Number 4. The CEO said WTF, and look at how confused he is. It's because it wasn't a huge Jason Momoa attacking them, it was a tiny Isabella Merced. So his look of confusion was pretty funny in hindsight. Number 5. After she killed him, she went home and continued to suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
Is that his blood?
I had no choice. He had a gun.
I told you not to do this.
Very sad. Similarly, here's number 6.
It's a long drive to Toronto on these back roads. Especially if we're not talking.
Number 7. This one is good. So Bioprime's hitman got the ID on Rachel. When the second guy saw that it was just a little girl, he gave this apprehensive response.
How do you want to handle this?
Number 8. Ray called Meeker and ratted herself out.
My dad doesn't know I'm doing this. He's a good man. He just needs help.
Do you need help?
Number 9. Rachel killed the 2 men and then reflected back on it with regret.
You know those men were sent to kill us. I had no choice.
Number 10. This one is interesting because it shows the complexity of her dissociative identity disorder. The father Ray side of her claimed to know how to shoot a gun, possibly because he does.
Do you even know how to shoot it? It's not a hunting rifle.
You know I do, Ray.
But clearly, she doesn't, which confused him or her. Number 11. Rachel called Meeker's cell phone on a burner phone and ratted out her alter ego for the second time. And Meeker tried to help Rachel remember who she was.
Look, I've been trying to stop him, but I can't. I don't know what he's gonna do.
You are in control.
Stop saying that.
You are in control. You are Rachel Cooper. Say your name.
Rachel Cooper.
That's it.
Number 12. This next line takes on an entirely new meaning on a rewatch.
Pretty soon some very powerful people are going to be looking for a little girl that lost both her parents.
And we didn't hear it during the scene itself, but there was a flashback with this additional line here. Number 13. It's worth noting that the hitman chose to not shoot Rachel when she first ran off, but he did shoot out her tire after a badass slide. Number 14. A lot of good stuff in this diner scene. First, she said this.
Your business with me is done.
And look at the hitman's smirk. Then, the waitress called her darling, a nice little word that worked in terms of her father as well as her.
Something for you, darling?
And here's where it gets real interesting. The hitman's backstory was similar to Rachel's own backstory. His village, including his parents, were murdered.
I know you're trouble. I do.
And when she left, he didn't say bye to her father, Ray. He said bye to daughter Ray.
Rachel? I'll see you soon.
Number 15. Meeker got Rachel to remember who she really is.
I don't know you.
Yes, you do. We've been talking. You told me your stuffed bunny's name was Paloma. Remember, your father was a good man. You are not him.
And last but not least, number 16, the final voiceover. This one is very important. So in the second scene of the show, we got this entire line in Father Ray's voice.
Parents and their children. Where do we stop when they begin?
But in the final voiceover, as the cops listened to the recording of Diana Morgan implicating herself, we heard that same line again, but this time, it started with Father Ray's voice,
Parents and their children.
but ended
Where do we stop?
with daughter Ray's voice,
And they begin.
suggesting that Rachel has refound herself.